Hey everybody, I'm sorry I'm late. I am so sorry, you guys. Thank you guys so much. Hey, Gino, hi, C. Raw. Thank you guys all for sticking around. Holy moly, today's been a weird fucking day. I tell you what. Sorry, I'm still trying to get through everything. Thank you guys. Thank you, really, it means a lot. I am, you know what, it means you're gay if you're late and gay. Oh no. Oh no! Also, Ra, you were the first. You were the first. Thank you very much. We're gonna have ourselves some fun today. I hope you guys are hungry because you know, being 2.5, almost 3 hours late, I'm fucking starving. We are doing ourselves some wings. That's right. We're doing hot wings today, boys and girls. We got a whole variety of stuff. Hope your car's fixed up. Yeah, they fixed the tires. It only took them 2 hours to even get to my car in the first place. A fucking headache. They only had one technician. They were like 2 hours behind on everybody. And it just kept ramping up. And it's like, guys, this is why you have multiple bays. Why do you have one person doing everything? And just like I set my appointment yesterday. The only time they had available, like the earliest one was 2 o'clock. There was a guy that dropped his car off early he dropped his car off early in the day and said, yep, I'll just be back after work and I'll come and pick the car up. His appointment was at 1. It was like 3:30 before they even got his car in. Like they had like serious issues with the guy before him who was the guy that they were working on. This is absolutely me today, guys. I'm so sorry. And yeah, like if you have a small worker base, if you're expecting a small, like if you're like, you know, I've got complaints about all this shit, right? It's just like, hey, have enough people to do the job based on the expected everything. Oh yeah. But yeah, for you guys who haven't seen any of the cooking streams, if you guys on the YouTube side type !bread, then you too can get me to put on a bread clip. You guys on the Twitch side, you have a 1 channel point redeem for the bread clips. You guys, I hope you guys enjoy it. It is one clip per person. It's more of an idea to see how many people I get. And the first one's free. So I hope you guys enjoy. There's no Dimmadome hat. There's a few of the redeems that don't work because it's more difficult with some of the stuff. Bread. That should just update right away. Also, I don't do face. I think it's funnier to kind of focus on this stuff and just not have a face on it. Plus, people are here for the stuff, right? People are here for the food and the games and the stuff. They'll be here for all this fun stuff, but yeah, bread clip 2. Did that really not save? Am I serious? Fine, okay. I tried to put a thing. Also, you'll also see at the top, there is a tip link in the descriptions, and if you guys want to see, you want to know the secret, Imp has no head, you got me. You got me. There's no head. It's all empty. It's just like, woo. There's a neck. You might catch a little glimpse of scraggly neck beard. That's it. All right, but we got to get started. I'm starving. So let's go ahead and adjust this. Let's go ahead and adjust this. So you guys get to see a little bit of the nonsense. That's also kind of, yeah, this is the one I want. That'll help out a little bit. All right, so we're gonna do a little bit of, does this work? You'll see a little bit of my tab. That's okay. So we got a few random, fun, and interesting ingredients for us today. We're gonna have some fun with it. Yeah, that's a little better. I can just kind of adjust that now. Hey, Fiera made it, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, Fiera missed one of our friendly moderators. Member of the Crusader family, so to speak. Thank you guys for showing up. You guys know, Old Faithful. But before we get started, like I was mentioning before, where did that, here it is. I have a little challenge for you. Here, I have a bag of cayenne peppers. These things are hot as fuck. Fresh, grown cayenne peppers. They're absolutely gorgeous. Look at those peppers. They're pretty. They're gorgeous. They're hot as a motherfucker. You give me, through that tip link that you guys have, see at the top right now, $5 or more, I am gonna cut some of these peppers up because I have to cut them up for the buffalo. No ghost peppers. No ghost peppers today. I mean, there's a difference between hot and white people hot, and you know, I kind of ride that line. I like my flavor, right? Like, I love my flavor. This is nice balance between hot as balls and flavor without having me run to the bathroom shitting myself. Heard a car at a Sega Dreamcast got hit by lightning just to make this stream possible. James! This one for you too, buddy. Here we go. So what I'm gonna do, first things first, we gotta get some stuff going for this. What we're gonna do, we're gonna start off making our buffalo sauce. We're gonna make all of our sauces first. And once we get that going, but because I've got all these, any of you that donate $5 or more, and I will eat fresh cayenne peppers. So you see these? Cut these up into chunks. Take off the stems. What's going on with my playlist? What is up with you, playlist? Oh. I'm sure you guys... This is not supposed to be the playlist. There. I have to figure out the playlist issues later. I'm sorry, guys. This has just been a nice little shit show. Yeah. One of these, and just for your pleasure, gone. Done. Yum. Hot as motherfucker. $5 and I'll do another one. Every $5 will be another one. They're delicious. They're just really fucking hot. Right, trash can's over here. I moved my trash can. Let's go ahead and, damn, bread clip. Uh-oh, how many bread clips we got? Also, we got yeah,
Social
we got a lot
credit
of people in here.
deducted.
We got a lot of people in here. A bit of a pepperhead, but I do prefer flavor
Social credit
over just heat.
deducted.
Uh-oh. Someone getting banned? I heard it. Someone got banned, didn't they?
Hey,
Fiera, can you confirm?
I thought of something funny and...
It didn't show up on my thing. Also, just so you guys know, yes.
Mommy milkers.
Nice, fresh, hot wings. The way that we do these, you pre-bake these until they're just fully cooked. And then you can, oh, that's hot. And then you can either air fry them, you can rebake them, you can deep fry them. And we have both an air fryer and a deep fryer today. We'll be doing a little bit of both. And we won't be doing just wings. We also have some nice buttermilk marinated chicken tenderloins that we're gonna do. So, in the meantime though, let's go ahead and get started. First things first, we got a bunch of fresh grown cayenne peppers. You're making me sweat. Take another bit, just donated $5. Wait, did I miss a $5 dono? Wait a minute, did I? Hold on a sec. I must be crazy. Stream element? Did I miss a $5 dono? Take another bite from me. Oh my god. Stream elements, hurry up. I gotta verify.
Welcome to hell, motherfucker!
Oh, this is gonna be a really hot stream. I gotta save a few of these just in case I overload it. And how many bread clips are we at? Do it, eat the heat. God damn it. Yep, there we are. Thank you, Amin Ra, for another one. And another bread clip. Wait, no, just 3. All right. These are fucking hot. So, first things first. Got a cup of our ingredients. You see here, we got a whole bunch of ingredients. We're not using all of those. We're not using all those for the buffalo. Those are, we got a few of these for later. So, let's go ahead and cut these up. I'm running a little bit behind on stuff. So we're just gonna try to make quick use of this. But yeah, we are looking good, guys. Oh boy. What we're gonna do, we're basically taking this whole bag. Well, all right, 2/3 of the bag. I did give him the link. All right. So yeah, what we're doing is just exactly this. Cutting up some fresh grown cayenne peppers. Fired a report off on top. All right, nice, thank you. I'm sure it was just another spam bot like, hey, best viewers. I've noticed the increased activity lately. Twitch has actually taken some maneuvers I kind of agree with lately. Dropping view botters, making it easier for Twitch's automated systems to detect falsified views, which I kind of like. I agree with that heavily. Holy shit. Oh. Right there. And I do need a bowl. Okay. One thing we will need. Let's set you aside. We don't need you. We don't need you, and we actually don't need you either. So the buffalo. Start with cayenne peppers. It's cayenne peppers, onion, plenty of garlic, and I'm going heavy on the garlic. One, because I love garlic, and two, for another reason I'll explain later. We developed. I actually got help developing this recipe from my coworkers. They actually watch the streams. Yes, I know how dangerous that is, but they actually kind of enjoy watching. So it's a really nice thing. What did the buffalo do to you? All right, I got plenty more. You know, that just is just doing buffalo things. What did we do to the buffalo? We almost drove him to extinction. Maybe if it didn't look at us funny, and simultaneously looking at us funny and being delicious at the same time. What a crime. Oh, yeah. Those are hot motherfuckers. All right, thank you for the 5, by the way. I'm good. It'll wear off in a bit. It'll wear off. It just takes some time. That's probably enough pepper for right now. That's actually quite a bit. Yeah, we suffering. The buffalo deserved it, to be honest. Yeah, James, you're not wrong. By the way, how are you still liking Sonic Spinball? You suffer enough? I'm super proud of you for getting a lava powerhouse. You too can suffer the heat just like us. So this was quite a bit, honestly. This is roughly, let's say this close to a cup of chopped up cayenne pepper. Cup and a half? Cup and a half, yeah. So what we're doing now is we're gonna take, and you do not have to dice this real fine. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take all this stuff and we're gonna set that there for later. We're gonna take all this stuff, we're gonna rough chop it, and we're gonna simmer it down. Decidedly fresh, vibrant red. Yeah, you'd probably like it. Ross and I'd play Sonic Spinball on my new PC and I'll stream it on Discord. Hell yeah. Yeah, when you get that set, let me know. You need blue balls, but it was a foreskin-filled time. Oh yeah, no, is that channel coming, James? There's some context I'll have to share with you later. I don't know if you actually want to hear it. Welcome to streaming. Oh yeah. We're gonna start with plenty of onion. That's about a half of a large sweet onion. Probably about half of that, actually. We'll set the other half of this later. We do need more for later. And I'll show you what we're gonna do with the rest. And this is all getting nice and rough chopped, simmered down, so it's nice and soft, and then we'll take it all and we'll blend it. That's how we know it wasn't enough. Oh shit, hype train level 2 already? Terry, what are you doing? Also, I got another... That one's for the gift subs. And I'm gonna do this one too. We broke the hype train. That's already. I gotta fix that. So there's 2 more just for you guys. And just for that, gifted subs all count for money because each of those is about $2.5, $3 in my pocket. So what we're gonna do is gonna take all these while I sit here and suffer with the heat again. I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do a lot of garlic. And I like doing a lot of garlic, but particularly for a specific reason. We're gonna do actually most of this. The particular reason, the particular reason that we're doing lots of garlic today. We're doing lots of garlic because garlic, once it simmers down and gets soft, is an emulsifier. So when you add in plenty of other stuff, like so when you blend it, it'll help it kind of keep itself a little tighter, and it'll make things smoother. And when you start to add in other stuff like butter or oil, it will tighten up, and you won't need as much in the way of thickeners. So you don't need much in the way of cornstarch or other stuff. Hey, Puru, what's up? Yeah, it looks like we looks like that hype train indicator is just kind of broken for a second. That's okay. Thank you for the gift of sub. Hey, Wingus Dingus, what's up, man? Hey, haven't seen you in a hot minute. All right. Yeah, we just pop a couple of these like this. I find one of the easier ways to peel garlic is crush it. And these don't need to be crushed or chopped or anything. You can, if you're a little worried about it, but really... Okay. Thank you. Yeah, alrighty. But yeah, thanks again, guys. All the support is wild. I really love doing these cooking streams. I'm really sorry once again for the holdup on getting this all done. It sucks, right? It's like, you know, I've been seeing a lot of people online posting about how their ISPs, their internet goes out at the worst possible times, and it really is like the ISP is the true final boss of VTubing. It's really kind of getting out of hand. I want to give me that actually. This is a little better. All right, and come on. There we go. A little easier to peel it off. Wait, how you guys doing to make the garlic more peelable? I'd like to firmly grasp it in your hand. God damn it, Patrick. You remember that episode from when I was a kid? No. Yup. It was the episode where it was the best day ever episode, I want to say, where it was Squidward got into like a severe accident, was in a full body cast, and glad there was a delay, allowed you to take care of stuff. I'm glad too. You're not the only person that had to run into some delays as viewer. Hopefully my sister gets to watch it. She was working until 5. She said she would hop in to catch what she could. I messaged her too, so she should have a chance to actually pull up and say hi. Yeah, this is probably the one instance where I would be like, oh, I just want to get everything ready. We're trying to peel garlic. Yeah, so I would say if you want a relatively normal amount of garlic and want to risk having to use plenty of a thickener like a cornstarch or something, I would say for the amount that I'm doing, probably like about that much. We're gonna go a little bit deeper, and we're making this a nice heavy garlic buffalo sauce. Like, garlic is a pretty strong flavor. If you let it get out of hand, it can overtake stuff. And I love garlic myself. Even I have my limits, but garlic also being an emulsifier when it's nice and soft and cooked through really helps its case here. And we got plenty of flavors that we're gonna do. We're gonna have fun with. And again, this is all a little bit experimental as we're going along. These recipes are only like kind of theoretical, so we will go through it as we go through. Here. And don't you worry, we got plenty more garlic. We got an entire clove to do. But really what we're looking at now is just all we're really looking at now, I'm just gonna do these last two and we should be set. There's other ways to skin a cat when it comes to garlic too. There's a few other methods of peeling garlic that are pretty effective. One that's actually particularly loud is taking two about even-sized bowls, put them in the bowl and seal them together and then just violently shake it. And then, because it makes a pretty loud racket, but it works. Because it'll kind of force those, it'll force the garlic apart from its husk. It's actually very effective at that. You just, you don't necessarily always want to make alarm bells when you're going at it. And yeah, I was handling hot peppers with my bare hands, so bear with me. Hot peppers with bare hands are, you're getting capsaicin oil all over your, yourself there while you're skinning cats. I don't do it often. Is there a little more in that? All right. So yeah, I'm going a little heavy on this. And honestly, this is gonna make an absolute ton of stuff. So what we got? We got our nice, like, look at this nice colorful mix. This is almost a full mirepoix. If you added green pepper, if you added carrot to this, it'd be a full mirepoix plus peppers. If you added green pepper to that, then it would be a Cajun trinity. So what we're gonna do next, we're gonna take a nice big pot. Take a nice big pot. We're gonna add some oil to that. And we're gonna go ahead and let this all simmer and get hot. And you actually want plenty of this. This is gonna make quite a lot. But what we're gonna end up doing, that's okay. And we can reuse those seeds in there. Actually, yeah, those will be fine. So we're gonna go ahead and do all this, and we're gonna throw this on heat and let it sit and simmer. That'll take a little while. That'll probably take a solid like 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes maybe. We'll see. We got a little bit. Okay, so the next one we're gonna do something a little bit special. This one is another one that I enjoy. We're gonna do a slightly smaller batch of this one, just enough to fit in here. And what we're doing, actually gonna start, this one is one I particularly like and it's got a lot of uses. Start off with a little bit of bourbon. Oh, we got another bread clip. Red clip. So there's another one. We got 6 total because we got all them gifted subs. So you start here. I know I'm not drinking it this time, but this is the stuff that I drink. So you take about a shot's worth. This is about 2 ounces. And we're just gonna cook this down. We're just gonna put that on a low heat and I'll show it off a little bit more later. In fact, I can just show that here in a second. While that's burning down, we're gonna start on our third item that has to sit and cook. And then once all those are on heat, then we'll go ahead and pan the camera over to the stovetop to show you guys. You can already hear that simmering. Okay. So the next one, and I'll let you guys in on the secret a little bit later as soon as I get some stuff going. You don't really need too much, but you need a lot more oil for this one. For a similar reason. Honestly, I probably don't even need all that, but what you start with here is you're gonna start with a Cajun Trinity and some garlic. Start with a Cajun Trinity and some garlic. Get all this chopped up nice and fresh. And this can go right back in the bowl that we had because it's mostly the same ingredients. Use a little bit more onion. That's okay. There we go. Again, this one's a little bit experimental. This one's a bit more on the theoretical side of things. And I'm not going to use nearly as much garlic here, but is it simple and rustic? Simple, rustic, full of tomato. Delicious. All right, and then honestly, just like 3 or 4 will be plenty. This one, I'm gonna let you in on a little bit of what's going on here. So we are going to not just be making our own. It's raw. What are you, the idiot sandwich chef? We'll just go with one more. One more good one. I think if Gordon Ramsay saw me cooking, he'd just fucking have like a fucking full-on conniption there. All right, so we can set that aside. All right, so this one we're starting with a Cajun Trinity. Right, you got to have the actual third part of the Trinity for it to be a Cajun Trinity. The concept of the Trinity, the mirepoix, is kind of a universal thing. You start, and every different culture kind of has its own. Italy and France. So the mirepoix started as a French concept, and it kind of transcended that one. So everyone kind of does it a little bit differently, and some cultures kind of go pretty hard on it. But ultimately, the French Arcadian settlers that got kicked out of Canada, they are the ones that went and they got exiled to the south, and they're the ones that developed Creole cuisine because they sat there and they said, well, we don't have the ingredients to make our usual stuff. What do we have access to? This is the stuff they had access to. And you do want to de-seed it. You don't want this stuff too hot, but if you want to add heat back in, like we're gonna, then we're gonna do some fun stuff with this one. Oh yeah, we're going to be doing a couple of sauces, a couple of dips, and a few dry rubs. So here's the plan. This is our nice Cajun cuisine. If Ramsay saw me cooking, he'd suplex an atom bomb on me because the damage would prevent it from spreading. So this one you actually need, and I'll show you why. This one is going to be a Cajun remoulade dip from scratch, completely from scratch. So you start with, actually, do I have another big enough pot? Just a stock pot. And that bourbon's almost good. Okay. Well, this has got to sit and simmer. So honestly, what I'm just gonna do is, oh wait, no. And I need that, and I need this anyway. So. Yeah, let's do this. So we need this, but we're not gonna simmer this in a tiny amount of oil. This one, based on what we're doing it with,
I got a bucket of chicken.
I'm not one of your fried
I think we're
chicken
done
tramps.
with this for now. What we need for this is we're gonna need about 2 cups of canola oil, or whatever preferred oil that you like. And there's a reason for this. We're gonna turn this into a special flavored mayonnaise. And in order to do that, because you guys, oh, there's a tiny bit left. In order to do that, you have to start with all that. Paul Hadouken. I see Ra with the 5 more bits. Thank you for that. Thank you so much. Cajun and Creole are 2 of my favorites. I love Cajun Creole. They're delicious. All right, so what we do here, we start with that. This will go on heat. That going low. All right. All right, there we go. Now we got a few things that we gotta do in the meantime. First things first, where's my honey? Where did I put the honey? It's over here. So for the, well, we got a couple things. So we got some local organic honey. Send Paul to Timeout Town. Nah, Paul's good people. Paul can stay. How many bread clips are we at, by the way? Did I miss any? Yeah, 5. We're still at 5. Okay. So now the bourbon has been reduced to a fine nothing. You saw how much I put in. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take about a cup and a half, 2 cups of honey. We're gonna pour that in. Again, nice local organic honey, fresh off the farm. This stuff doesn't expire, by the way. Honey does not expire, does not go bad. It's nature, one of nature's superfoods. Stuff is absolutely delicious. And when you're done with the jar, you just save the jar. Honestly, it's perfectly fine. So this, we are making nice honey sauce, a hot honey sauce. And honestly, this stuff is fantastic. Spend $22K on bread clips if you want. Bread clips are 1 per person. Sorry. That's one of the few things. So there we go. Let's get this stuff going. All right, and then let me just set this aside. Oh, that thing's clean. Nice, thank you. So while we're at it, let's also, we can, is this, what else we gotta do for that honey sauce? He's gonna fuck the mayo again, isn't he? Mayo is, James, no, we're not gonna fuck the mayo. We're not gonna fist the mayo today, guys. We're not gonna do it. George, I am 1 person. Uh-oh. Okay, and once again, for anyone that's just joining, we have a special challenge. $5, let's see, more bread clips, plenty of bread clips. Fresh grown, local organic cayenne peppers. $5, little man, in my hands, and I will eat one of these live for you guys. I've had to do it like twice now. So what we're gonna do, we got navel oranges. Take navel oranges. About, I'd say that was about a cup and a half of honey. Oh, this is a brand, yeah. Organic apple cider vinegar. Unadulterated raw honey is the best. Oh God, what's he saving the jar for? James, you don't want to know what I'm saving the jar for. I'll tell you on the Gifted Games stream when that comes to pass. We can have a nice long discussion, hour-long discussion about everything. Holy shit, it's classic. This is a brand new jar, by the way. There's the. Come on. There we go. For his Rainbow Dash figurine. Hi, Dark Vesperia. So if I send you $10, send them separately. I'll just do 1 donation. So for about a cup and a half of honey, we'll probably do like about a half a cup. And then I've got 2 whole oranges. We're just gonna do all that together, right? So.
That's where I find an empty glass, reflecting the sad truth.
There we go. There's gotta be a pony in there by Saturday. I don't have ponies actually. I'm not a big pony guy. Rainbow Dash figurines. Ah, God. That joke. Maybe I'll just bait out the girl from the ring. It through my phone. Stick her in the jar. If you send 100, he'll eat the entire plane. Oh God! If you send me $100, I'll just eat everything in this. I'll eat everything in that cup and then a couple extra. Oh, it won't. It might cause some emotional damage, but I don't think it'll kill me. Oh yeah.
Pearl tipped $5. Pepper up.
Pepper up, chef. God damn it, there's 5 more. All right, here we go.
Patrick, I thought of something funnier than 20.
Oh. All right. She a baddie though? You're not wrong, George. All right, so what we have here is about a cup and a half. We have about a cup and a half of liquid. Actually, probably didn't need all of that, but yeah, so we did about a cup of liquid. We'll just add that in. So I'll show you here in a second. Let me wash up my hands. If you survived lightning, you can survive this. You're not wrong. Yeah. I like it. Like, and it's honestly, let's see. Okay. Thank you. All right. So let's go ahead and unplug. Just unplug that.
Pearl tipped $5.
Go ahead.
Do it again.
Do it again. God damn it. I see it, Brutal.
Patrick, I thought of something funnier than 20.
Alright, I see it. Alright, alright. It'll certainly flush your system. That's not entirely wrong. Another one? Oh, it's fucking hot. Oh, it's hot. I lost count how many that is. Alright. I lost count of how many that is, but yeah. Okay. Ooh. Thank you. Sorry. Alright. Maybe if I want to make money make actual money as a streamer, I just start doing challenges like this. Paul does it. Like Seth does it with Marmite. Paul does it with pickles. James and Kay do it with suffering streams. Oh yeah, so you guys can see. We got here, we got our peppers and we got our mix for our cayenne peppers, our buffalo sauce right here. We got our Cajun Trinity and oil for our Cajun mayo right there. And we got a nice hot honey sauce on low. This one you just want to toast, simmer, and let this one go. And once this one gets combined and it starts to reduce, this one's gonna thicken. That one's gonna reduce and it's gonna thicken. Let me see how many we got. 15 minutes. All right. I will be back in just a few short minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and bring the camera back, do a quick cleanup, and we're gonna start our dry rubs. Dry rubs. Your antioxidant levels will be up too for all the spice and heat. It'll have some benefits. Yeah, if you survive. Mom's sitting here looking at me, my face is all red and shit. Like, I think Dad texted you like, don't fucking kill yourself with spice. Oh, I know. All right. Okay. We'll be back in a few minutes, guys. Just give me about 5 minutes and we'll be good to go. Or am I? There you go. Alrighty. All right, and we're back, ladies and gentlemen. We're back. Did I miss anything? I saw the gift sub. Thank you, Terry. I'm sure Fear actually appreciates that. Holy shit. Thank you guys again. Also, James, do me a favor. Type !bread so we can start teleporting bread for 3 days. Yeah. It'll be a quarter. Put it up to you. In the meantime, I wanna quickly, before we get too far, right? I wanna show you guys. Okay. We're going on a little magical journey here. You see here? So we got our just a little bit. We got our hot honey sauce. We just let that keep simmering down a little bit. We got our special Cajun mayo right there. This one's getting really close. So we just want to make sure all those veggies get nice and soft, and it transfers all the flavor into that oil. And then our buffalo, we turned this one on a little bit ago. We put it on a good heat. Now we've turned it down on a lower heat. You see all that flavor? All that is delicious. So we'll get back to all this later. In the meantime, let's go ahead and take our magical journey back here. !bread. All right. So for those of you guys who don't know what's going on here, take bread clip. There, here we go. Pop one right on there. So this is a kind of a running tally of how many people have been tuning in and watching the stream. First one, there was kind of a little bit of an error, and I ended up with like 32. So I was all the way down here, and then a bunch along this edge right here, the edge of this thing right here. So, and you can see my little wireless microphone. This thing is great. If you guys need wireless microphones, stuff like this is fantastic. Honestly, like I've been very ecstatic about it, and I still have more going. I do, just as a warning, I do kind of reserve the right to stop doing that if I feel like I'm getting a little uncomfortable. We gotta go. Wait. All everywhere. 350 is about right. Yeah. So yeah, 350 is good. We're getting the deep fryer going right now, but what we're really getting ready to do. This is too much power for one man to have. What we're gonna do is we're gonna do a couple quick things before we get back to our sauces, because our sauces are almost ready to roll. So first things first, we're gonna do the quick and easy cheesy one. We're gonna do three separate dry rubs. First one's super easy. We're gonna just take a bowl and we're gonna add roughly half and half Cajun seasoning. I like this brand. It's all organic, natural. And about half Old Bay. And yes, they are separate things. And you do want plenty of them, right? So you want to have plenty of your favorite seasoning. And all you do with a dry rub is you just take everything, you just mix it together. Taste test it. If it doesn't taste right, you just add a little bit more in. Add more of one, more of the other. And this is just a perfectly good little like Cajun dry rub. All you have to do is half one, half the other. You just take it, try to test it out a little bit, and yep, that's Cajun. There, that's one. Set you aside for now. The next one, it's one that's a little bit more one of my things that I've done in the past. And we're gonna take, actually, where's my knife bag? I do need that. We're gonna take, here we go. We're gonna take about a bunch of fresh-made Italian seasoning. And we're just gonna mix in fresh Parmesan. Get out of here. We don't need your type in here anymore. And that's all you do. It's just the power of the bread is in the palm of my hands. That's right, James. You feel the power. This is it. This is actually it. All we're doing is mixing Italian seasoning and Parmesan cheese, fresh grated. Now, if you really want to get cheesy with it, you can absolutely just take one of those jars of pre-grated Parmesan, but there's really nothing better than the fresh off-the-block grated cheese. Because the fresh off-the-block grated cheese, all this is just Parmesan. Usually those other ones, they have some kind of like anti-caking agents or a few other things. But this is just an Italian Parmesan dry rub. Super easy, absolutely delicious. You need to get one of those grater files. This is a microplane brand. You can get zesters and graters for a reasonable price. And they're not hard to find. They're not bad at all. Okay, so, and then once again, you just take a spoon, just mix it up, make sure it's nice and even. If it's a little too Italian and not enough Parmesan, you just add in a little bit more. Now this is fresh cheese, so you do want to refrigerate this one. But again, like you just throw it in a container or leave it in the bowl and wrap the bowl. And this is great on pizzas. This is good on garlic bread, stuff like that. And let's see where we're at here. And this is, again, like this is the same Italian seasoning that I did for the, this is the same Italian seasoning that I did for the, in fact, let's just put all the family photo in here. This is the same Italian seasoning I did for the 3-day lasagna stream. So if you're interested, I can forward you to that. I saw another bread clip. I saw 2 more bread clips. Holy shit, I missed Terry? And I missed someone else. Who? All right. That's James, yeah. But throw those on there, and we'll do the family photo later. Oh yeah, Puru. I missed Puru's. That's odd. All right, 1, 2, 9, and then the one for the 5 gifted subs. Yeah. So let's go ahead and take a look. That's good. That's good. That's a good mix. You could go a little heavier on the Parmesan. This is all like up to personal taste, right? So this is good. Like to have one on hand too. Yeah, microplanes. Microplane can get a bit expensive for what you're getting, but the quality is pretty good. I haven't had any real complaints or problems with this. And if it's fresh, then you can do some really cool stuff. Like one thing we did at work one time, we did kind of like a peach cream cake. We got like a Georgia peach cake that had like nice like cream and stuff. Put whipped cream on it, and then took a frozen peach and grated the frozen peach over the top of it, and it was absolutely delicious. It's nice fresh Georgia peaches. And then the next one, I gotta double check my notes here. So we'll get this one out of the way. Once again, I want to remind you guys. $5 in my hand, right there. $5. The tip links down below and everything. I'll eat a cayenne pepper. I've done quite a few already. So we set those aside. Set you aside. We don't need you anymore. Flame mage. All right. So the next one we want to do. I think we're done with this. The next one that we want to do is a special one. We're gonna make some interesting stuff here. We're gonna start buttermilk. Can you guess what I'm doing with powdered buttermilk? Anyone? Anyone at all? Italian buttermilk you could do plenty of stuff with, but okay, yeah, Italian, like you could do some Italian mix, some other stuff. We're gonna add in plenty of other fun stuff here. So we got a bunch of organic fresh herbs. Get out of here. For now. Salt, pepper. Oh yeah, okay. Those we're coming right up to time on that too. Onion, garlic. And dillweed. You guys guess it yet? Got the family photo in here. Obviously, you're talking buttermilk and dry dill. You're talking ranch. And this, trust me when I say this is gonna be some good stuff. This is a handmade ranch powder. Now you could actually just go to the store and you could absolutely buy a jar of, you could go to the store and you can absolutely buy packets of ranch powder mix. But why make it? I would say, why buy it? It's full of preservatives and nasty stuff when you could literally just take it. You could literally just make it on your own, right? So let me make sure, because a bunch of these are brand new. I just ran out of a bunch of stuff, so we gotta take the lids off the tops of these. Thankfully, a lot of these are easy enough to just yoink right off. And we're going not really by a recipe, we're going more by feel. But we absolutely are going to be going pretty heavy to start on the buttermilk powder itself. And this buttermilk powder is refrigerate after opening. Light in it. There we go. And we'll look at those dead eyes staring at you. Those dead, soulless corporate eyes just staring at you, demanding you consume. All right. Can't even look crossways at ranch dressings out of the bottle. Scratch is the only way. Yeah, I could feel that. Speaking of ranch out of the bottle, I'll have you guys know. I don't know if this is a point of pride or shame, but I have managed to eat almost all of that ranch that was in that fridge. I only had to throw away one bottle because I mistimed all my stuff. So one of the smaller bottles got thrown away, and I've eaten almost all the rest. One bottle that's left is it expires in August next month. One bottle expires in September, and that's it. We Midwesterners, we like our ranch. All right, so remember, this stuff is once you open it, you gotta refrigerate it. It is essentially just milk. So, well, kudos on it not being wasted. And we're gonna go with plenty of this. There are recipes, right? So if you're interested in stuff, you can absolutely go with recipes. We're gonna start with plenty. Yep, that's buttermilk. Basil, like the sacred ranch vault has been depleted. Why do you think I'm making ranch? Like, no, you want plenty of fresh herbs. Some recipes will recommend chives. Some recipes will recommend mustard powder. Some recipes will do stuff. We got basil, thyme. You want to go heavier on the dill. I'd say you want to go heavy on the dill, mostly. You can absolutely add all kinds of other flavors that you want. But then we've also got oregano. Is that thunder that I hear again? Sounds like it. The storm, the South Carolina afternoon storms have kind of been going off the wall lately, so I don't doubt that. Second. Sorry, giving all my stuff a stir. So we got thyme, basil, oregano, plenty of parsley flakes, right? So we got dry parsley. You want plenty of parsley in there. Certain style of ranch and the Lighthouse brand you can still have. Okay, I feel that. And then dill. Dill is a primary component, so you want to go pretty heavy on dill. You can even... Yeah, I'm done with it. Thank you. And then you want to go pretty heavy on onion powder, garlic powder. Onion and garlic, like especially a healthy amount of garlic. Just get out of here. Can't hear chives without thinking of Drake and Josh. Oh man. Yeah, that lasting legacy that they've had on media, it's kind of crazy. But I still say that between SpongeBob and The Simpsons and Seinfeld, you don't need any more media when you talk about references and memes. Between the three of them, you really have everything you need. Okay, let's do this and then try it and see where that puts us. There we go. And there we go. There we go. Yeah, dextrins, dextrose, like all those, everything is kind of just like, all right, I get it. I understand why they want to use it, but it's disgusting. I just don't, I can't do it. Let's see where we're at here. Let's see. So this is mostly just herbs, garlic, onion, and buttermilk powder. That's not bad. It does need a little bit more salt. And yeah, actually, thank you for doing that. Sorry about that. Plugging the phone back in, making sure my phone's not gonna die middle of the stream. All right, let's see. Now this is actually a pretty good mix. It's not bad at all. I feel like it'll need a little bit more buttermilk powder. I go about half of that. Now the best part of this, right? So this is a full-on ranch powder mix. You could just take this and add this to some mayo and a little bit of buttermilk, and you just have ranch. Or you could take it like you do and add it to cream cheese. I know my mom used to do and still very rarely does. We should do, oh, cheese balls. That's a good one. But also veggie pizza on a croissant. Like, one thing you could do with this, you could take this and add this to cream cheese with a little bit of sour cream and like a little bit of sour cream, a little bit of mayo, and just make like a cream cheese ranch, like a nice ranchy cream cheese. And you spread that out on a cooked croissant dough. Like they sell croissant dough rolls that are uncut. You just get a full sheet. And then you just cook that, let it cool down, spread cream cheese on the top of it, and then top it with cheese and vegetables, like whatever. And you've got like a fun kind of like cold ranch vegetable pizza. It's really, really, really fun, actually. All right, so I feel like still add a little bit more salt and a little bit more pepper. And then we roll that. Let's see. That's good, actually. I like that. What do you think? I want your taste bud on that. I think it's pretty close to ranch, yeah. That's, ladies and gentlemen, that's pretty close to ranch. And this stuff, I recommend if you want to make it in a batch, put it in a jar, right? Like so, like just like I take extras when I make a bunch of extra Italian seasoning. You can just make this and make this batch and just put it in a jar and then put that in the fridge. You have to make sure you put it in the fridge. In the meantime, though, that's our 3 dry rubs, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a Cajun seasoning, it's just half Cajun, half Cajun, half Old Bay. We got an Italian Parmesan mix. You could probably even add a little bit more Parmesan to that, but that's good. And then you got a ranch powder, which is great. It's super useful for lots of multiple use stuff. We got all kinds of options there. So we'll set these aside for now. And what we're gonna do next is we're gonna go ahead and process a bunch of our stuff because we got a lot of stuff on the thing. We're gonna run these quickly back into the fridge, back into their homes, and we'll take care of some stuff. Let's go ahead and get this set up. I will need the salt and pepper later, yes. In fact, I need to quickly top off the salt. I literally just have a box of kosher salt. Morton's not even my favorite, but it's definitely one of the cheapest ones, and it's just salt and like an anti-cake agent, which I don't like the anti-caking agents, but they work. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna start doing this. The first thing that we gotta do is I need a bowl. Actually, let me see what we can do here. Let's go ahead and set this in here for later. First things first, we gotta take our Cajun ingredients. So, what we're gonna try to do, this as carefully as we can. Move this stupid shit out of the way too. Yeah, I know. Yada, 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 yada. Okay. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna take all this. See how nice and soft all of that is? Now all of that, you can smell all that. All that is cooked so full, so thoroughly. Is that a fresh bread tag that I see? Yeah, it sure is. There we go. So what we're gonna try to do is we're gonna try to return this oil back in here. Very careful. We want to reserve as much of that oil as we can. And we're gonna set this oil aside and we're gonna let it cool. We're gonna let all of this cool so we can throw it all in the blender later. Because what we're doing is we're making a nice fresh mayonnaise out of this. And this is set and cooled for long enough. Nightmare 2. Okay, as soon as I'm done with all this. Yep, we got another bread clip right there. Come on, nice and easy. That should do it. Okay, let's see. That's that's a little over 2 cups. All right. I don't need you anymore. So we'll just take you can do it with a spatula. I'm just gonna do it with a spoon. The mayo's back. The mayo's back, baby. Don't worry, we're not fisting it today, ladies and gentlemen. I know you guys are super excited to see me do it. Yeah, all we're doing now is we're just scraping this and we're letting all of this cool. You don't need it to be screaming hot. We're not letting it cool down to room temperature. We're just doing a few things really quick like. Fist the scalding hot mayo, coward. No, I will not. I don't wanna. No, literally this is all we're doing right now. So all we're doing was just doing this and setting it aside. We do, however, need to pull this out. So we got this. And this is our mix. You see how beautiful that mix has turned out too? So what we're doing here now is honestly all we're really doing is we're just taking our apple cider vinegar and we're just mixing that right on in. And we're just gonna let that come back up to heat and then we're gonna boil and then we're gonna blitz all of that together. And the reason we do all this, and we're gonna make sure that we do it as well as we can. We're gonna add a little bit more. So this ends up being there. It's probably a little bit heavy on it, but there we go. So that's all that we do for this. Okay, and then the third thing that we do, we got our hot honey mix. That's a little thin, but that's okay. That's okay. We can afford to go ahead and just start it right away. All that we do at this point, is we're gonna take our pepper and we're gonna take some crushed red pepper and we're just gonna mix those right in. And then we'll just bring it back up to heat and let all those flavors mix and marry. And that's it. We're gonna put these back on heat. So that we let these flavors get to know each other. We let them come up to heat. We let the hot honey boil for a little bit more. Let me quickly wipe up all this nonsense. Because again, like, there's all this oil and other shit that's on here. You gotta work with a clean workspace. In the meantime, now that our dip has started to cool down a little bit, we're gonna go ahead and grab the blender. Gonna go ahead and grab our blender. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and make Go ahead and unplug it, actually. Yeah, go ahead and unplug it. Yeah, go ahead and unplug it. Move this out of the way. I do need to keep one of these for later. We will keep one of those for later. Side hook. So we got ourselves a blender cup and all of our goodies. And I need, in fact, you actually don't really want this oil screaming hot because you're blending in eggs. It's a mayonnaise, right? The mayo is back. Also, I did completely also miss one more bread tag. We'll do the final family photo. Pretty high. Once that reduces down, the liquid starts to reduce. It gets back to honey consistency. Okay, so what we're doing now, we're gonna take our oil. And if it's about 2 cups of oil, maybe a little bit more oil, it is a tiny bit. Have to quickly clean that back up later. Oily scrambled eggs if it's too hot. Yeah, that's kind of the problem. So, and this is still, yeah, if I could stick my finger in, it's still warm, but it's not screaming at me. So you want to get all of your goodies in here, right? So we've got Dijon, and this is coming in straight out of the fridge, right? So Dijon will have about a tablespoon and a half. Okay. And then that's really what we got. Okay. And then there we go. So let's go ahead and get ourselves rolling right here. Does this work? Let's go ahead and, yeah, Fear is absolutely right. If you're not careful, you end up with oily scrambled eggs, and we really don't want that. But what we're mainly doing here is we are, whoops. Oh, okay. Oops. Ah, no. No. Technical difficulties. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. Sorry. I do need... Let's see. That should be good. That is almost ready. Uh-oh. Yep. We got a death cube. All right. And for this much, you need about 2 eggs. It's the ratio is roughly 1 cup to 1 egg, and you can vary the amount of oil. So if it's not quite, if it's kind of like too thin, you add a little bit more oil. If it's too thick, add a little bit more vinegar. Speaking of, you also need your vinegar. What we're gonna use is we're gonna use white wine vinegar. And I believe this is about a tablespoon. Take the top off of this. Come on, top. You know what? That's fine. Whatever.
This is most disturbing.
I believe that's right, actually. I might be wrong. Alright, but there we go. So, funny enough, my first video was the GameCube.
Look at the funk.
The GameCube intro sound over a clip of iDubbbz. Oh man, iDubbbz. Talk about fallen. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and mute, and we're gonna go ahead and run this. We're gonna go ahead and mute. I'm gonna run this so I don't blast anyone's ears. All right, let's see what we did. Probably made a little bit of a mess. Runny. It's like way too runny, actually. Need more of that. More of this.
This is most disturbing.
It's also probably a little bit on the hot side as well, which is not great. But at the same time, we can fix it, right? So we can fix it. We just, one more time. Yeah, you'd be a little bit surprised. The oil is actually is really what makes it go. Yeah. So it is still a little bit runny, but it's okay. We're gonna keep rolling with it. You do want to add all your vegetables back in. And by that same token, we're gonna add our fresh cayenne in. A lot of the stuff in there is going to help it emulsify as well. So all that should be good to go. In fact, one thing that we can do, we can also add Cajun spice. A little bit of that. Probably also a little bit on the hot side for this, but it works. Yeah, no, I screwed this one up though. That's sucks, but I bet it tastes great. I bet it tastes great, that's for sure. Yeah, it really does taste good. That's a shame that it's a shame it's so loose. It's supposed to be mayo. I mess up here. I messed something up there. All right. At least those two look like they're gonna be good. All right. We could set that in the fridge for a second, but I need a container to put it in. I don't think it's gonna be. Well, the problem is, it's like, yeah, I probably should have chilled the oil down. That's the problem. Between everything else. Well, yeah. Ultimately, what actually gets it, what actually gets it to emulsify and thicken, it really is the oil. You need the emulsifier agent, which I think I actually messed up, but I'll need that big ass bowl for, yeah. Let's see if cooling this down will help it. But yeah, that's also made a lot, but it made a good bit. But honestly, like, if I make enough and share it, I will need this again. So we're gonna go ahead and just set this in the fridge to cool. And you put it in metal. Metal is more heat conductive, so it'll help it cool down a little bit more. Surface area also helps, other things. But yeah, so that, and then we got other things that we could do in the meantime as well. Do I have an actual pork container? I will actually be back in just a second, guys. I'm sorry. One second. Sorry, I had to quickly. Yeah, I know you guys saw me bouncing around there. I'm sorry, guys. I try to minimize that. So, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this one again, really quick. But we're gonna do the ranch. So. The ratio, 1 cup of oil to 1 egg, and about a teaspoon of mustard. So, and we're gonna do this here, and I'm gonna do it with an immersion blender instead. That may also be the problem. I used the wrong blender setup. There we go. I actually am a little surprised at myself for screwing that up. Yeah, perfect. Oh yeah, you just that, and then about a tablespoon of vinegar. There we go. Welcome back, Fiera. You aside as well, as I don't need you just yet. I'll need that later. Oops. Mouse, get out of the way. Mouse, stop it. Mouse, okay. Speaking of dips, I gotta dip out for a bit, hopefully make it out before the end. If you don't, the VOD will be here on YouTube, and I will be putting the family photo up eventually. Okay. So we got, yeah, and then we got that, a little bit of salt. But we're not going to be using the salt. We're going to be waiting until after the mayo is done. Oh yeah, I see exactly what happened. Yeah, so that dip is not gonna work. That dip was, the oil was too hot. I didn't let the oil cool enough, so it broke the egg. It just made fancy, heavy scrambled eggs. But this oil is cool, and the ingredients inside are cool, so we're just gonna do this. We're gonna be right back. All right, well, and we're back. We're back from Mute Land, and we've got a nice, fine, fistable mayo right here. No fisting the mayo today. No fisting the mayo. Don't let the dark urges get you down. I promise, I told myself I wouldn't fist any mayo, guys. I will take this. We will be adding a little bit of buttermilk to this, because with this, it's not just a mayo, it's gonna be a ranch. Because what, come on, what are wings without ranch, right? Hey, it actually tastes good. But yeah, that's the appropriate thing. I bet you that I actually can fix the, I can probably fix that sauce. Been down that road, no need to travel it again. Yeah, you're right. My bad. Okay, so here we are. And to this, if you want to make your own homemade ranch, you'll add a little bit of buttermilk, close to half. It should be about half and half, and then you add plenty of ranch powder. And then you just mix that really well. That's it. That's really it. That's it. There we go. Making your own homemade ranch from scratch. Mayo and all. And you know us Midwesterners, we love our ranch. Seth the Dragon would be able to tell you that for sure. Alrighty. Yeah, now that's nice and thick too. Look how thick that ranch is. You got a spoon clean over there? I could taste test this with? Unless given good reason, of course. Oh, I'm sure some motherfucker out there would happily pay me a couple of bucks to fist more mayo. That actually looks... Like, this looks like ranch. It looks just... It's nice and thick and creamy. That's pretty good, but it needs something else. Let's give it a little bit of a boost. Let's give it a little bit of a boost. A little bit of Worcestershire. The tiniest bit of crystal. This shit's like crystal meth, I swear, in liquid bottle form. If you asked me, and honestly a lot of other chefs, what, yeah, those are both ready. If you asked me and a bunch of other chefs out there, what would make things better? Like, 2 ingredients that would make almost almost any dish better, I would tell you hot sauce, like I would tell you Tabasco and Worcestershire sauce. Now I have actual Tabasco, but this stuff is pretty damn close. All it is cayenne peppers, vinegar, and salt. That's really it. Which is basically the same stuff that's in, there we go. Now this adds a little bit of discoloration to it, and honestly I think it could use a touch of salt, but the flavor's on point. Also, then again, the, oh yeah, there it is. Yeah, once it's fully mixed, it's great, actually. You gotta know what's in your stuff. Crystal hot sauce is really good, yeah. That's it, that's it, that's the stuff right there. Sorry. That's the stuff right there. There. That's perfect. So, we're good on ranch. Ranch is done. A little unfortunate about the Cajun kick-ass.
That stuff is cooling down.
Is it? Yeah. I'll see if I can fix it later. Because unfortunately the egg is broken in it, so I'd have to basically add another egg. But, all right, and that is, coat the back of the screen. All right. Yeah, that worked. All right, so let's go ahead and put this stuff away. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to fix that, but we'll see. I'll take a look at it later, and I'll actually probably take a look at it later and let you guys know. But for now, bad boy here going in the fridge. And we'll get that stuff out later. Don't need you right now. We're actually done with this as well. We gotta act quick. I gotta act quick though, because the battery on my phone's gonna start dying here in a minute if I'm not fast. So next up, going back to our. We're going back to our buffalo. So what we're gonna do next, we're gonna go take all this, pop it right in a blender. Ingredients and all, everything is right in the blender. Let's go. And again, like I said before, all this is kind of experimental, and I know where I screwed up. So if I want to do this again, I know what I did wrong and how to fix it. All this. Do you want this? I had another spatula here, actually. No, I don't. I thought I had a second spatula. I don't remember if I torched it by accident or not. Oh, yeah. You want to get this as done as possible. All this stuff out of here. And then, in fact, can I get a quick clean on that really quick? So then what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this, put it back in our blender. All that right in the blender. And I think that's gonna be good, looking at it. Oh, sorry. It looks like it's nice and smooth, that's for sure. Look at that. Look at that. That actually emulsified like perfectly too. Yeah, I did. I hope I unmuted. So, now, this stuff on its own is a pretty nice sauce. It's pretty hot. Pretty nice. It's a pretty nice sauce. It's pretty hot. You can see it's not quite as red as your traditional buffalo. It's just purely on like. It's not exactly traditional. It's not exactly smooth. Oh, I see some. Ooh, that's nice. That's not as hot as I expected for sure. That's not as hot as I expected, but there's some heat in there. You want to pump the heat on these? Yeah. I guess it's a little hotter than some people expect. Sorry. You see me eating cayenne peppers, and mom just tried a little bit. And she's just over like coughing, like, oh, And I'm just like, you see me eating cayenne peppers for fun. And I'm sitting here saying, man, all right, this is not quite as hot as I expected. But this isn't quite ready. So what we're gonna do, honestly, at this point, what we're gonna do is we're gonna put this back in here. I've got another one. Take this. We're gonna get all these goodies out of here. And put all this back in the pot. Yeah, a little bit, right? Tabasco and Crystal are practically kissing cousins because they both originate from Louisiana. That's neat to know. I know that, and they're practically the same. Like the just slight difference in processing and everything else. And fun fact too, Tabasco, when they're done with the pepper pulp, they actually donate that to medical causes. The capsaicin from, oh, I see your eyes. It is a lot hotter than people expect. Oh, that's great. So I will not need that anymore. So that's done. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna slowly just add a little bit of extra temperature to this. But first, we're gonna go ahead and add our other ingredients. So I know that I used a bunch of my honey. I got some more. Where are you? Oh, honey, honey. Oh, sugar, sugar. More local organic honey. Cayenne peppers are sneaky. Oh, yeah, they are. Oh, yeah, they are. So we're gonna add a few good ingredients here and there. We're gonna add some salt and some seasonings to it. And what we do is we add some honey in there. Oh, I'm so sorry. If you want to tone down the heat a little bit, you add honey to it. The sugar will help cut the vinegar, will help cut the flavors. Add a little bit of Worcestershire for flavor in there. Not a whole lot. I like a little bit of heat. So I'm going to be a dumbass, and I'm going to add a little bit of heat to it. Just a little bit. And then, what else? Live hot reaction. So then we're just gonna take this, we're gonna put it back on heat just to bring it up. And then we're gonna mount it with butter. But you see how nice and thick and consistent that is. So we'll quickly just pop the heat on that just to bring it back up, make sure everything's fully mixed. In the meantime, take a look at that. That's our hot honey sauce. You see that? It's just one nice, smooth honey sauce. And this stuff is good, right? So this stuff, you can tell, it coats the back of a spoon. I don't know if you guys can see that though. So it's still pretty loose, but if you look carefully, you can see when you run your finger across it, it makes a streak that doesn't immediately just like fall over on it. It just coats the back of the spoon. If you cool that down, that will turn a lot closer to honey. That'll be a nice nice honey consistency. So this stuff is good. It's ready to go. And when it cools down, it really does. It does exactly that. All right. So we need to quickly taste test our buffalo sauce once it comes up to heat. It's up to heat, and that looks good. Do I have my whisk set clean? Back in the drawer. All right, well, in fact, let's, it should be good. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna just take a small board and we're gonna cut some butter. I don't need you anymore. Okay, which means now, so this can go away. I don't need it. trying to remember my ratios for mounting butter on a buffalo sauce. But yeah, fresh, unsalted European butter. You want grass-fed, natural. You want all that stuff. And Plugra is one of my favorites. I also really like the Irish grass-fed butter. You want to find natural and organic, non-hormone, grass-fed cow. Like grass-fed for cows really matters. And like the better care that they take of their cattle, the more tasty it is. You can tell a huge difference, especially like the Irish butter. Like if it's got a nice dark color to it. So let's start here. We're gonna start with this. I don't think we'll need much more than this. Okay, that's ready. So we got that good, ready to go. So let's, I will quickly add a little bit of salt, pepper to this as well. Pepper is not hot. Like pepper's not spicy. Pepper is peppery. It's a different kind of heat. It's a different kind of thing. Where's my salt? Now, we added normally like you could add celery to this. Like just if you have buffalo, like if you have buffalo sauce and doctor it up a little bit, you could add a few fun things. Like if you want flavors in it, you could add sriracha for heat and some flavor. You could add, like I just added Crystal to it, which is already a cayenne sauce. Worcestershire sauce adds a little bit of extra salt and some fun flavors. Honey helps to cut the heat. But at the end of it, what we're doing is we're doing all this. And you see it's already a pretty thick sauce. What we're doing now is we're gonna add our butter. It's off of heat. It's not going back on the heat. And we'll start there. And you're just gonna kind of carefully mix it in, let the butter melt itself in. It will cool the buffalo down. The process is called mounting. Mounting it with butter. It adds that nice, creamy, rich texture. It also helps it cool down to it makes it just a little bit easier there. But right now we got 2 sauces, 3 dry rubs, and ranch for a dip. Wait, let's take a look at it. It's broken. We could fix that. We could fix that sauce. I don't honestly at this point. It's broken. Is it? Yeah, it's about room temperature. If we want to fix that, I would say we want it chilled, like cooled down. I think I'm just gonna probably like fix it, because you can fix bad emulsions if they're not too far gone. You can fix bad emulsions, but you have to take like the partially emulsified thing, add more emulsifier. So I would probably add more mustard and another egg in there, maybe, and then. Yeah, because the fats and the mustard acting as the emulsifier. And then you would take that and you'd slowly pour in your emulsion and then you go from there. That's hot? Okay. Is the air fryer on too? All right, and then there we go. So let's taste test this and see where we need it. Ooh. I like that, that's good. I like that a lot. That's got a nice little sweetness to it. Terry, nerd. Here. Sweat your balls off for me. Come here. Try it. Say hi to the stream. You're live.
Hey, stream.
There you go. Thanks for the gift subs, by the way, nerd. Yeah?
Holy fuck, I was not expecting that.
Well, it's that's right, guys. It's delicious. All right. Okay. It is. It's hot as hell. It's hot. It's hot as fuck. I like it. I enjoy this. This is great. This flavor, it's got some good flavors to it. You can definitely get the garlic flavor out of that. Yeah, and that's one of the things like I was personally going for. Spring Draco says, hi, Terry. He didn't hear me. Right. Okay, so we've put this away. So that's mounted with butter, that's ready. That's a nice room temperature too, by the way. So now we got a whole bunch of the good stuff that we need to make this happen. So we let me see what the time looks like, and I think we're probably gonna run a quick break, and then while we get that going, we'll get ready to fry all this stuff off, and then we'll call it good. Probably about 10 minutes. All right, perfect. Yep, we're gonna go ahead and run to another quick 5-minute break. And then when we get back, when we get back from break, we're gonna fry all this chicken off. Because once again, you guys saw it. We got all these hot wings. We actually have another case of wings that we have to fry off. But look at these things; they're delicious. And once again, I'll kind of go over everything. I'll go over everything that we've done as we go. So give me just a minute. We'll be back in another 5 minutes, and we'll be ready to go. And we're back, guys. We're back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys for sticking around for as long as you have. It really means a lot. You guys have no idea. I absolutely appreciate everything you guys have done. We just have a couple more steps, and then we're going to take everything. We're going to throw it in our fryers, and then we'll just toss the wings. We're in the last hurrah. We probably got like 20, 30 minutes, and we're good to go. So the first thing, and I think, what do you think? You think we should just throw the wings in? Because actually, let's do this first, right? So let's do this first. We don't just have chicken wings. We also have chicken tenderloins. Chicken tenderloin. So these are chicken tenderloin that have been marinating in a mix of buttermilk with Crystal and Worcestershire sauce for about 6 hours. No, longer than that. Probably about 8 hours now. This is you probably only need like 2-3 hours, but the longer they sit, you could let them sit overnight. That's actually perfectly acceptable, but I would recommend about 4 hours. 4 hours is probably the most that you need for this. And this is raw chicken tenderloin. We're gonna take these, we're gonna bread them. We're gonna do it the fun way, right? So set that aside for now. So what you do for this, you want just a nice all-purpose flour. I like my natural, unbleached, organic, all-purpose flour. You do mostly that. You mostly flour with, and I'll have to make more because I'm gonna need a bowl to toss them in. I'll just use one of these. And with a little bit of rice flour, not a lot. And that way you get, what that does is it kind of helps fill in some of the gaps because they have different grain size, different textures. So it helps fill in the gaps and make a little bit more of an even breader, which helps it be a little bit more crispy. It helps the texture significantly. And then you're adding plenty of stuff. Like you have to add plenty of salt, a good amount of pepper, because again, this is getting fried, so it's going to lose some of that salt. It's going to lose some of that seasoning. So you really want to go in on it. If you're if your chicken breader is white as snow, you're not doing it right. Like, you're absolutely not doing it right. And I'm cheating and I'm doing Cajun seasoning, but normally when I do this, I go all out. I'll add like individual, in fact, that doesn't even really have that much herbs, so we're gonna go ahead and add some herbs after that. And then mustard powder. You don't need a whole lot, you just need a little bit. And then we'll go ahead and add some fresh herbs to this. Not fresh, but basil, oregano, and thyme. I feel like this music's a little bit heavy for what we're doing. There we go. I need to make sure that I work on an actual cooking stream playlist that's nice and chill. I wonder if Pseudo Regalia. Hey nerd! Does do you know if or could you look up if Pseudo Regalia's OST is on Spotify? If you're busy, that's fine. We can look it up later. It was just a thought. Okay. Hell yeah, I'm gonna have to start adding that. A couple of those. I started playing Pseudo Regalia lately, like yesterday. It was my first time playing it, and holy shit, that game's fun, and the soundtrack is nice and chill. It's super well put together. I really enjoy it, especially the theater. The theater music just caught me by surprise. I'm like, oh wow, that's great. That was just like a really fun game to play, like heavy. Actually, yeah. Well, let's add a little bit more of that. That's not quite. I guess it's the Cajun seasoning I'm using. The Cajun seasoning is different than the blackening seasoning that we use at work. It's got a lot more to it. Yeah, it tastes good. That certainly tastes great, but let's add a little bit more. Not a lot. I know like we got heat and everything, but you really just add the tiniest bit to it. That tiny bit will go a very long way. Chili powder. If you add enough chili powder, you'll absolutely get heat. What you really want for the kind of sweetish smokiness and a bunch of the coloring is the paprika. There we go. And then here we go. Mix that up. You get a nice, you see the color in there. That color is really like how you can tell you got a pretty complete thing. The flavors are great. You can really bread this in like whatever you want. I've seen people, they mixed a breader. It wasn't for chicken. It was actually for broccoli and mushrooms. And they mixed it with some Asian persuasion and clove. It was like they added some baker spices, some allspice, clove, a tiny touch of cinnamon. It was great. It tasted wonderful. But more than that, once you drop it in the fryer, you can just smell all those baker spices. Those are absolutely incredible. I should do something like that sometime. Like a kind of an Asian like fried broccoli, like a tempura broccoli. Oh man, that sounds great. Smell-o-vision. Oh, there are people that have been actively working on it. I heard at one point that somebody developed a TV that you could taste. I was like, why? And I'm just sitting there thinking, and my brain immediately went like, ugh, someone's gonna turn on porn. Yeah. And it's like they designed it specifically with like a set of like 8 different flavors. What it did was basically like the screen was on like a weird like rotating film kind of thing, so it would just like rotate this film really slowly, or like it would rotate this film like a certain amount, whatever. But on the opposite side, at certain points, it had like little like spray things with like set kinds of flavors, so that you could just go in and then you just like apply tongue to TV, and it's like, but why? That's disgusting. All right. All right, there we go. So, yeah, that's good. That's good. I recommend trying a little bit of that. That's actually, that's a good spice mix. So, and we're just gonna do a couple of these live. We're just gonna do a few of these here and there live. Just need, that one? I mean, does it normally get preheated? You guys are the ones that run the air fryer. Yeah, I mean, if it's an air fryer, you just run it. That's fine. In fact, let's go ahead and just set that up now, because I don't think these are gonna take super long to do. Because we got the whole gang here, right? So what we're doing now is this. We got chicken tenderloin with our breader, and then we got. I mean, the wings will probably take longest. These don't take I mean, these will take some time. They'll probably take 10, 15 minutes, depending, because these are fairly thick, actually. Well, I can get some of these out of the way. And then once we get rolling, then we'll go ahead and, once we get rolling, we'll go ahead and just, yeah, and get these moved out of the way, and I'll just organize all them spices later. But yeah, we'll do plenty of wings and we'll do a little bit of everything all at once. But yeah, let's go ahead and just set this. Yeah, so what we can do is we're just gonna take a bunch of these. Just neatly organize these here. And once again, like I said before, tenders can cook surprisingly quick. Yeah, this will probably take about 15 minutes because they're pre-cooked and about room temperature. You just need to make sure that they're fully cooked all the way through. My recommendation is to pre-bake your wings. If you get them in raw, you don't need to season them. You don't need to oil them. Just take a sheet tray with parchment paper and just throw them right on the tray. And then all you do, you just throw them right on your tray and you put them in the oven until they're fully cooked all the way through. You could even do it at about 350 degrees. Highly recommend you get a probe, like an actual like temperature probe to actually do it. But all you do with that is you just bake it. Highly recommend. Your mouth is still burning. Oh, that. His mouth is still burning. That means that's a good buffalo sauce. But yeah, all you do is you pre-bake your wings. You could put them in a container once they've cooled down, and you could just freeze them. You can freeze them. You can put them in the fridge, and they'll keep a lot longer. They'll keep a lot longer. It's cleaner. It's more sanitary. You don't have to worry about raw chicken, because then these are just fully cooked. Like I could theoretically just pop this in my mouth right now, but there's like no flavor, no seasoning, none of that. And then you either have the opportunity of air frying it, rebaking it to heat it up, or putting it in a deep fryer. And at that point, like if you want them plain, just toss it with a little salt and pepper. In the meantime, we're gonna go ahead and just pop this right in here. What was it? Air fry 400. So we'll start at 15 minutes. Start that at 15 minutes. And here, 20 was, yeah. Yeah, so the air fryer that we have, the instructions on it said 20 minutes at 400 degrees, but that's cold from raw. These are pre-cooked at room temperature, and because they're pre-cooked, you only need to get it about 135 degrees per things, but like we go all the way up to 165, just in case, you never know what's going to happen. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna reuse the bowl here. And hey, perfect music for a clown show. I aim to please. So you see, these are actually not, they're not super thick. They're not the thickest chicken tenders I've worked with. What you got? Battery? Oh yeah, no, I looked at it earlier. The battery is plugged back in. Plus it's plugged, actually let's go ahead and let's just bread all of these, right? So let's go ahead and, you wanna kinda get a lot of that buttermilk to drip off. And that buttermilk's got a lot of flavor in it too. Like I said, this buttermilk has Worcestershire and crystal in it. So it's got a bit of heat and it's got a bit of that salt in there. And then this can just go, it'll go down. All right. Here we go. Oh, I'm definitely gonna need more butter for that. A lot more butter. You think Banjo-Tooie music feel a little too frantic? It's a fun listen. I mean, it's perfect for a clown show, and I like many VTubers am kind of a clown. You want this to be fully coated. Yeah. You will take a large enough bowl to fit your tenders in, and you'll make sure that these are fully coated. You want these to stay kind of cool, but it's okay if they're sitting out at room temperature for a moment. If they sit out too long, yeah. If they sit out too long, they could potentially be unsafe. And you want these fully cooked all the way through, 165 degrees. Damn, looks like it's gonna be good. I hope so. I am praying that these are gonna be good. But when we cook these up, because this fryer is a little bit small, I'll move the camera over to show what we're looking at here. Let's see. Are these fully coated? This is a nice song for a cooking stream. I like this one. This and Pantry from, these are from the Cryptmaster soundtrack. I love that game. That was fun. I enjoy like typing games that kind of take unconventional approaches, which is interesting, right? Because I read a study once. Somebody actually said that educational games kind of tend to suck because they're not good games. That was literally the result of the study, is that the majority of educational games are bad because the games themselves are bad. It's not the educational content. It's not that kind of stuff. Like, you know, when I went to school, we did a typing class, and of course it was, what was it? Mavis Beacon? I think that was her. I think that was the name of it. Which of course that's a fictional character. She doesn't exist. But that's beside the point. Like, but that wasn't a typing game. That was an educational typing program. Yeah, it was an educational exercise. Oh God, Mavis Beacon. Somebody else grew up in the 90s. Which, I mean, the Mavis Beacon programs are, yeah. But you wanna, oh yeah. You wanna teach people how to, you wanna teach people certain things. You can gamify it. You can gamify a lot of things, and it could completely change the entire landscape of how a person learns with that stuff. And it's kind of interesting. I really think that there's more room for stuff like that, and people kind of sit on it. It's kind of like, but it's at the same time, you kind of have to think about the educational content versus the gameplay and everything else. It is all in a balance, because you really, like, you can't just sit there and then make a game and then just kind of throw educational tidbits in there and expect it to be an educational game. Yeah.
Oh, and I'm surprised you didn't have that much of a game aspect to yours, because ours, we caught the quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog.
Oh yeah, the quick brown fox jumped over the lazy brown dog. I remember that. Yeah, that was. I mean, Mavis Beacon wasn't a game at all. Like, it was just, here's your lesson, do it, and here's your rating afterwards. Like accuracy, speed, all that. But if I want to gamify my typing, I'm gonna put. Yeah, actually, can you pop the top on that down? We're ready to go ahead and yeah. We're ready to go ahead and go on another magical journey. Yeah, you just go ahead and move it a little closer right there. And then, well, actually, I can just quickly wash my hands. Because we're going to have to... No, we're just gonna set it right here, and there we go. There we go. So yeah, we're just saying these are a temporary. This is a temporary setup, so you guys can kind of see, because we got our chicken fingers. You can see the wings are already in the air fryer. They got about 10 minutes before we check them, and as I always recommend, it is extremely important if you're doing any kind of really intense cooking. Make sure you guys have a thermometer of some variety. It's really important, right? So always making sure. Also, if any of you don't have it anymore, if any of you haven't redeemed it, now you still have time to redeem your bread tag. Meantime, we can also just take these and toss that. I can get these setting. Okay. Let's see. Gave a typing game fits back in middle school with only one functioning. And with only one functioning at the time. It was kind of fun, cute little game where you type to allow a cat to chase a ball of yarn. Ended up playing so much because I could not do regular school activities with one hand bound and braced. Typing with one hand is hard. Okay, in the meantime, let's go ahead and get this set. So this is nice and hot. It's about 350 degrees. We're gonna go ahead and pop 4 or 5 of these in here. And I'll get a plate set up with some paper towels in a second. And what we're gonna do, drop these right down. There. This fryer's a little bit small. So we could just do 3 right now. We'll do about 3 at a time. This fryer is a little small, and depending on like the size of your chicken, one thing you could do, and they'll cook a little faster, you can take chicken breasts, cut them into small strips, and then you can bread them, fry them the same way. Okay. And there's like a million ways to bread stuff. So let me go ahead and wipe all this stuff up while you guys enjoy the sight of a wonderful little air fryer and deep fryer doing their job. And I'm sure most of you know the rule. when you're frying things, what you usually aim for is GBD, golden brown and delicious. How long do you cook it? Until it's done. Like, yeah, it's like this. It's like the secret at work. Chef's secret to a nice crispy bacon. How long do you cook it? Cook it long enough. Cook it till it's done. All right. So those are. There we go. Did you? I mean. All right. So. Okay. So we got two things. So the joy of supposed to be these hand keyboard decks been malfunctioning. No. So if you're doing wings, and normally when you do wings, dry rubs are much easier to apply when when you deep fry them, because then the wings have all that oil and stuff on there. So there's nothing wrong with air frying them and applying sauces. Dry rubs are much easier to apply, but you can still apply them. You'd either toss them with a little bit of oil or quickly like dip them in that. But like even then, like depending on the wings, like they'll still come out a little bit juicy. Yep. Are they? Ooh. Yep, they are, and they actually are still glistening a little bit too, which is really nice. So we're gonna go ahead and keep setting up for this. Now I realize I think I am gonna need some of these bowls. So let me go ahead and let me go ahead and put all my dry rubs in. No, not these actually. Dry rubs can start going in these, so I can condense these bowls down and kind of clean up a little bit. And thus begins the final plating. It's much easier to mix things in larger bowls and then just condense them down. You'll see me here in just a second getting stuff mixed up. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and get these. We're gonna go ahead and get these ready. All right, and then one more. Is this too big? Yeah, that'll need its own larger bowl. That's fine. And again, I really encourage experimentation. Once you guys start to see some of the flavors, and you're like, I don't really like that flavor, or this could use a little bit more spice than I was planning. Like, I mean, I thought these were nice and spicy. That hot honey, by the way, hot honey, like a hot honey sauce, goes so well on so many different things. It goes really well on, for example, oh, that needs that. Needs a flip. So it looks like this. Yeah, you got to make sure. Got to make sure there's enough room, that these actually have room and time to cook. Because that's starting to get brown, but... So yeah, we'll have to just do 2 at a time next. That's fine. Okay. Yeah, those chicken tenders are almost there. In fact, we can go ahead and check these. This one might even just be ready. Why are you on Celsius? Why are you on fucking Celsius? Okay, now you're on Fahrenheit. Yeah, I give that one just a moment longer. It's about 160 in the center. which theoretically you could pull it off, but I always try to aim for the 165, just to be sure. And then once the, oh, that's about ready to pop too. So that timing could not be better, actually. Okay, so let's take a look. Let's go around the other way. I'll want the metal one, honestly. The bigger the better on these, but that's just, yeah. Okay, let me, yeah, that timer's about to go, so let's take a look. Yeah, those are done. Absolutely done. And these are gonna be done too. We'll get another round of chicken fingers rolling here in just a second, but let's go ahead and get that down. Yeah, if you put too many down, then they're gonna start doing that where the breading starts to kind of starts to come off a little bit. But like you got like a nice perfect right here. That's absolutely brilliant. And you can for chicken fingers, I personally recommend, because they're breaded, I recommend using the sauces as a dip. Dry rubs are fine, but if you actually like dip your chicken fingers, let's say a little closer. Do 1, 2. We just do 2 at a time because these are big enough, and I guess there's not quite as much oil. And we'll be good. We'll just do a total of 5, and we'll do all of these. I need hot hands. Middle, yeah. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so we get these out. These are nice and hot. They did not need 15 minutes. Probably closer to 10 if they're pre-cooked, room temperature. Very nice. Look at those crispy little bastards. So we're gonna go ahead and section some of these off. We're gonna go ahead and, yeah, actually, yeah, we can, let's spin that right round. I'm gonna do a few of these here, a few of these there. And we're just kind of like, do 4 in each. Yeah, we'll do 4 in each because we got 3 rubs and 2 sauces. Probably need a little, I guess. Actually, can you grab me those two color, the 2 nice ones? Because I don't think these are gonna work. Yeah. And then while these are screaming hot, yeah, so we can set this back in here for now. Get these out of here. That's perfect. That's a great flavor. All right, so while we got this rolling, what we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and just do these. What you want them to get, we want to do this while they're screaming hot. And better safe than sorry on food poisoning. Yeah, absolutely. Dry rubs, you can go kind of ham. The stuff that just doesn't stick will just fall right off, right? So. Yeah, the stuff that doesn't stick will just fall right off. And if you're doing this in a work scenario, you're definitely using gloves and tongs. But 1 dry rub, 2 dry rub. Hey, it looks like I made it back. You're back just in time, my bro. So. Oh man, that nice music right there. Dry rub number 2. My favorite. I think I want to take bets. Any mods in chat still? Fier, you want to run a poll for me? Which one will he like the best? You just type /poll, and it'll bring up the prompt. Bayonetta, the gates of hell. I fucking love this song. All right, so the next, let's could you temp those for me while I'm at this? Thank you. And I know that's an awfully big bowl, but we'll reuse that for some of the chicken fingers while we're at it. So let's go ahead and do this first. This. I'll add some buffalo sauce to that mix. This is a little bit chunkier than your average buffalo because it's not like blended, strained out, everything. They're probably pretty close. They're the right color for sure. Not quite. What we got, about 158? 150? Okay. So yeah, nice. Buffalo. And then we got our hot honey sauce. And add the last of this here. You don't need a lot. Chunky. It's pretty smooth. It's blended very well. It's actually blended incredibly well. You can only go any smooth. If you wanted to go smoother, you would have to take the whole thing. It isn't working. Terry, you're a mod. You're a mod, right? Could you make a poll for me? You may have to go to the mod console. /poll in the chat. Oh, which will he like the most? And then it's the 5 flavors. All right, so then we got all that, and let's go ahead and just do all right, so there we go. It isn't working. Let's see. But yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and do all of this. We're gonna put all of this on one nice plate to, they ready? Any luck? Buffalo. In fact, let's just go ahead and plate it up right here. So we got buffalo. We'll do a little bit of each, and we'll call it good. We got hot honey. We'll just set that aside for now. Hot honey. Cajun Italian Parmesan. And ranch. And then of course we've got our crispy chicken tenders. We'll put that on a plate here in a second. Let's go ahead and throw a couple of these on right in the center.
Solid gold, tax-free, extra cheese, double D, finger-licking lap dance of wow! What enough about that?
That
It's big. It's
that
shiny.
is a good looking
It's
plate
a pure
of chicken
silk,
fingers right there,
air-conditioned, chocolate-covered,
All right.
solid gold, tax-free, extra cheese, double D, finger-licking
All right,
lap
you get the
dance
poll
of
started?
wow!
Is it working?
What enough about that?
Nice. Okay. Alrighty. So let's go ahead and start. First, we're gonna start with the classic buffalo. We'll start with the classic buffalo. In fact, let me zoom this bitch in. Yeah. We got plenty of. I've got more wings to cook up. Twitch is just being mean. You may have had to go to the not developer console. Slide that back here. There. So now we got our plate of wings and our ranch. And that's. I'm actually a little sad that the I'm a little bit sad that this didn't quite work with the Cajun sauce, but I'm glad that the ranch worked, because like, look at that jiggle. Look at that jiggle, chat. That jiggle's so perfect. That's some fine fistable ranch right there. Now, I'm gonna start with the classic, nice buffalo. That's good. Got some good flavor. Maybe I could have used a little bit of salt, actually. Yeah, it really does. Man, I'm hungry. Well, Nightmare, just make you some fresh buffalo. It'll only take you like an hour. It won't take you an hour. It'll probably take you about 20 minutes. But good luck getting fresh cayenne peppers. You could make buffalo with fresh ground, with ground cayenne pepper. Like, you just get a jar of cayenne. That's good. I like that. Yeah, with the chicken, it's got a pretty solid flavor to it. But let's move on. Actually, let's see. This is the hot honey. Oh, that's nice. That's very good. That's got a really nice, put that there too if you wanted to try a touch. I realize also I'm not really trying the ranch, but that's got a nice sweet, light flavor. That's good. It actually could have been thicker, but yeah. Frozen wings and B-dub sauce, but I could never make the wings come out crispy. Do you have an air fryer? Because what I did, I mean, they come out really crisp with the air fryer.
I got a bucket of chicken. I'm not one of your fried chicken tramps.
That's solid. I like that. The flavor is a little lighter. Sure, like the flavor is pretty light, but honestly, like the hot honey wings have a really nice light flavor. Let's try the ranch. Ooh. It's not ranch enough. Not ranch enough.
This is ranch.
Yeah, that's ranch powder. That is too. But.
Yeah, that's what I was.
Oh yeah, I like that. I like the ranch. But then again, I'm a Midwestern. I put ranch on everything. Wow. You give me like ranch scented body wash, I'd be all over that. I like that. Cajun is a half and half Cajun, half and half Cajun spice and Old Bay. That's good. That's exactly what I thought it was gonna be. Now I know what to send for Christmas. Oh yeah, I'll take ranch. I really don't need any more. Yeah, that's.
That tastes a little salty.
Yeah, a bit heavy on the salt. I mean, there's no added salt. You let the chicken sit with a little salt to draw out the moisture, skin crisps up better. Yeah, don't let it sit too long. Yeah, probably just do that for a little bit. That's probably ready. Oh yeah, that's gotta be ready. That's looking like it's close to done. And the last one is the Italian dry rub. So this is Italian seasoning I made myself. You could just get there's a bunch of stuff to it. And then a bunch of Parmesan, all grated fresh. I like that too. Hey nerd, you're gonna have to come out here and get some soon. I'm about to kill all this chicken. Yeah, you're good. Now I still have to try the chicken strip, but you'll see what I mean. It's looking really, really good. That's great. Not quite. 20-minute brine for frying chicken. If you brine chicken, it's oh wow, look at that. That's great. That's like a perfect cook on that chicken. That's juicy as hell. That's great. Italian dry rub. Yeah. If you brine, you gotta be really careful not to over brine it. The less you're brining, the shorter it has to be. There is an equation by ratio. So like a 7-ounce piece of chicken, you're gonna wanna do it for less than 4 hours, maximum. I would probably not even do it that long. That's good. Oh, give me this. Give me that.
That wouldn't surprise me.
How it mellowed out?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that. Yeah. Yeah, that shit mellowed the hell out, dude. Try one. It's good. Ladies and gentlemen, there you go. The Internet Crusaders hot wings. Oh, right. Which one do I like most? Honestly, it's gotta be the buffalo. The buffalo is just a really nice, complex flavor. There's a really, really good flavor. Like, everything's good. I feel like by itself, the ranch powder probably also needs a little bit more salt. But the ranch by itself is great. Thank you for the wings show off wiggle. Thank you guys. Thank you guys again. All this is a lot of fun to do. I appreciate the support, the money, subs, everything you guys do. You know, I just do this as a hobby. It's so much fun to do though, all the time. Buffalo's always my favorite wing sauce. Like this one, I think it could use even a tiny bit of adjustment, but it's good. It's a good sauce. It mellows out, like the heat that's in there, it'll make you sweat a little bit. Yeah, it'll make your, it'll hit your sinuses. But after everything, it really mellows out. Yeah. Yeah, I actually can't wait to see what the result of the poll is. But yeah, like that's great. That's honestly really, really good. Szechuan sauce, I could see that. I'm gonna have to do another wing or something. Another wings and things. Add some stuff on it. Now, the buffalo, right? Like the buffalo, I could absolutely see doing like a fresh made blue cheese sauce as well. But blue cheese is not for everyone. I'm not even the biggest fan of blue cheese, but there's some brands out there that are absolutely fantastic. Also, thank you for helping get these wings cooked up and everything. In the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much once again. That's gonna be it for tonight. I've got some cleanup to do. I was thinking about trying to do another quick stream, but by the time that I get cleaned up and everything gets set, it's gonna end up being like close to 10 o'clock. So that issue with the car, like the tire replacement, really set me back. So I think I'm just gonna kind of hang out, maybe play a little bit something on the side. In the meantime, let me go ahead and get some stuff. Let me get someone set up to raid here really quick, okay? Let me see who who's live that we can hang out with. I really appreciate it. The Buffalo wins the poll. Yeah, that's kind of nice. Thank you guys again. Once again, it means a lot. You guys enjoy us going out and hanging out with stuff. Who's live? We got plenty of people live. Well, yeah, we got a lot of people. You know what? Let's go say hi to the Knight of Knee. He's been hanging out with us for quite a bit. We're gonna have a good one though. Thank you guys again. I need to go eat and then move my computer back into the other room. So we're gonna go ahead and get our stuff taken care of while we munch, get some stuff set up, and clean up. And then we will see you around again. I'm hoping to try and get some time to do a bonus stream coming up. And I've got some time off planned in about 2 weeks. I will be planning some extra streams those days. So you guys have fun, chill out, be good. You guys behave. I know how naughty some of you guys are. So thanks again. I really mean it. If you guys ever want advice on cooking, ideas, experiments, whatever, you know someone to turn to. My dumb ass. Thank you guys again. Let me let's go ahead and go. You guys on the YouTube side, I appreciate it. This is gonna be the end of the day. We're gonna go ahead and get all this done and taken care of. Thank you guys again. You guys have a good night and goodbye.
So take
Oh,
these.
hold on.
Those are the ones right now. Did you get